Okay, today we're going to make the projected revenue from ticket sales in Excel file. It's going to look a lot like this Joe Gendron example. I'm going to come back to this in just a minute. First, I want to start Microsoft Excel. And we're going to save our work. So I'm going to click on the purple save icon. I'm going to click on, you're going to click on My Documents in here. I need to click on Browse to get to it. I'm going to go to My Documents. And I'm going to change the name to the class that you're in, then your last name, then your first name. And then we're just going to call it Ticket Sales and hit Save. Okay, I'm going to go back to this for a minute. You can see that Joe Gendron has one large cell up here. So he took all 5 of them and turned them into one cell. He did it again in this area as well. I'm going to show you how to do that. He typed in all this information right here. What he didn't do was type in these numbers over here. He set it up so that Microsoft Excel would do the calculations for him. So we're not going to type in these numbers, but we are going to type in all this information over here. Okay, I'm going to go back to my Excel file, and I like to start in cell C3. It gives me some room above, it gives me some room off to the left. So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to highlight 5 cells over. And I want to take these 5 cells and turn them into one large cell. To do that, I'm going to click on Merge and Center. Now that I've done that, I can write in the name of my stadium. And then I'm going to write in projected revenue from ticket sales. I'm going to need more room in here. Not only am I going to make it bigger, but it doesn't even fit as it is right now. So I'm going to go in between each one of these letters up here, and I'm going to click and pull each one over to give me some extra room. Now I'm going to go in there, change my font size to something larger. Once again, I'm still not fitting, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of move those over a little bit. I'm also going to change my font color to match one of my team colors. And I'm going to change the background to match one of my colors as well. I need to do the same thing down below. So I'm going to highlight those 5 cells, merge and center. Then I'm going to write in based on a stadium seating capacity of 65,000. Based on a stadium seating capacity of 65,000. We're going to take this background and we're just going to make it a light gray color. Now I can start entering in some of my other information. Section. And I'm going to hit the tab key to tab over. Price, tab. Number of seats, tab. Number of home games, tab. And total sales. You can see it didn't quite fit here. So I'm going to pull it over a little bit, going between the F and the G key. I can get that 2-way arrow to do that. I'm going to take these and I'm going to bold them. And I'm also going to center them. Now there's 2 centers. You can center it this way, but you can also center it right here. Well, this one wasn't working, so I just went to this one. Okay, type in the name of your seating areas. You're going to want to look at your worksheet. Type in your prices. I'm going to type in 49, enter, 59, 79, 200, and 350. To make these look like money, you're going to highlight them and go click on the dollar sign right here. And now it looks like money. It has the decimal point and the dollar sign. Type in your number of seats. And to put a comma in here, you're going to highlight these and right click. Go to Format Cells right here. You can see there's quite a few options: date, accounting, the time, percentages. But we want to go to number and then click on Use Separator right here. Under decimal places, we don't need those. So I'm going to subtract those out of there so it has no decimal places. And now you see it has those seats there. Type in your number of home games. And now it's time to start doing some math. I'm going to zoom in so we can see what we're doing here. When you want Microsoft Excel to do math for you, the first thing you're going to type is the equal sign. It just let the computer know that we're going to do some math. I'm going to click on cell D6. Notice I didn't say 49. I'm clicking on cell D6. When I click on cell D6, you'll notice it put a D6 over here, and it also highlighted this cell for me. Now, a lot of people think the X would be the multiplication symbol, but it's not. It's actually the asterisk or star. If you look at your 10 keypad on your keyboard, there's a little star off to the right, and you can click on that. Now we're going to multiply this times this. And again, notice I didn't put a 10,000 over here when I clicked on it. It put an E6, and it highlighted in the same color as the E6 in a red color to let us know that it is multiplying whatever is in cell cell E6 times, and then again, we're going to click on the 8. When I hit enter, I get quite a large number, $3,920,000. I'm going to do it again. Equals this times this times this. And that upper bowl area is making me $8,496,000 a year. Okay, I had to interrupt my own lesson and show you an error that has been coming up. So I opened up somebody else's work to show you the error that can happen. Let me go ahead and do what we've been doing, which is equals, click on the cell, times, click on the next cell, times, and then click on the next cell. And what happens is sometimes you hit enter and you see pound sign going across the screen. What that means is the column is not big enough up here. So you can go between the G and the H up here and pull that column a little bit bigger, and then voila, you'll be able to see the number that is really there. It just doesn't show that it's there because the column wasn't big enough. Alternatively, you could double click between the G and the H, and the computer knows to make it bigger. Equal this times this times this. I hit enter, and I'm going to do it again. Equals this times this times this, and one more time. Equals this times this times this. Now I have the total sales for each of my sections over here, but I need to add everything up right here. I'm going to go ahead and write the word grand total. Actually, they want total projected revenue, projected sales. Once again, it didn't fit, so I'm just going to go between the F and the G up here and make it a little bigger. And I'm going to take this data right here and I'm going to align it to the right so it jumps over right here. Now to add these together, there is a special button called Auto Sum. Sum means the answer to an addition problem, and auto means automatically. So we can automatically add all of these numbers up and have the answer show up right here. So I'm going to click on auto sum, and you can see it's trying to guess what we want to add together. And it is correct. It's going to do the sum of everything from cell G6 all the way through cell G10. This is G6 all the way through cell G10. When I hit enter, I can see that my stadium in 1 year, if every seat sells out, will make $43,040,000. And that's how you do this assignment.